In this video, let's create an exchange point in just 5 minutes. First, we need to register and go to the personal account. Let's begin. We register and wait for the code to arrive by email. After that, we log into the personal account. Let's configure our site first. First, we need to add the languages for our site. Then, we enter the site name. Here you can also link a domain and make other settings, but we won't do that now. Be sure to save the settings. Go to the General settings. Then go to Personal Data. Here we have our permanent link, also called a test/debug link, which you can use to access the site until you connect your own domain name. Copy this link and paste it into another browser. Let's imagine this is the browser of our client. The client opens our site. Right now, it's empty. Let's create assets and pairs for the first offer. Go to Assets. Click the Add button. Here we have a list of more than 300 assets. I want to add the asset DOGE. The name of the asset can be entered in the search bar. Next, we select the rate provider. Let's choose Binance. Then we specify the asset reserve. Let's say I have 10,000 Dogecoin. Here, a standard form is automatically available for the client to fill out. Receiving method. 2 receiving methods are available here: processing or payment forms. We select the receiving method, processing. We choose 3 network confirmations to make sure the payment has gone through. We create the asset. But for a pair, we need at least 2 assets. So let's create another asset. We fill in the fields the same way. Here we can only select one receiving method, payment forms. We create the asset. Now we have 2 assets. Next, we need to create our first exchange pair. Go to Exchange Pairs. As you can see, we don't have any yet. Click Add and select from the list of previously created assets what we will give in the transaction and what we will receive. In this deal, we will give fiat currency, euro, and receive cryptocurrency, Dogecoin. We also need to specify the maximum and minimum transaction amounts. The amount is indicated in the currency we are giving, i.e., the one we control. Here we also set the percentage we want to earn from the transaction relative to the exchange rate. We set the lifetime of the order until it automatically closes if the client does not pay. 20 minutes. This is enough time to make a payment. We create the pair. So we have our first offer. Let's go to our site, refresh the page, and check. Now on the site, we see our first offer. The client can choose from the list the currency they give and the one they receive. Then the client enters the amount of the asset they want to give or receive in the deal. Let's say it's 100 euros. When the client clicks the exchange button, the deal is created. The client sees an invoice window for payment. To these payment details, we will transfer funds to the client after they pay the invoice. Let's check what happened in the personal account. We received an automatic notification of a new order. Here we see one unassigned order. To work with the order, we need to take it and assign it to ourselves. Go to the Orders, Active tab. If the client clicks I've paid, we will immediately see it in our personal account. This deal will not close automatically anymore, even if the client does not make the payment. We can only close it manually. Let's try closing it and see what happens for the client. As you can see, for the client, the deal is closed. Let's create another pair. Here, the client gives cryptocurrency and receives fiat currency, euro, by transfer to a bank account. Again, we enter the maximum and minimum amounts and set our percentage. We add another pair. Now we have 2 offers. Let's return to the client site. Here you can click on the site name, and the page updates instantly. Now the client sees 2 assets in the selection window. Let's choose that the client gives fiat currency and receives cryptocurrency. We start the transaction. In the personal account, we check unassigned orders. We have a new unassigned order. As we see in the payment information, there are no payment details. The client has nowhere to send money. We will fix this in the next video. Suppose the client made a payment and clicked I've paid. We see this. We take the order and view the details. In the details, we see all the information filled in by the client. Here are the payment details where we must send money back to the client after receiving their funds. Let's imagine the payment from the client has arrived and we saw it in our banking app. We click Payment Received. Now the button Paid to Client becomes active. Since we accepted the client's payment, we must pay them. We transfer the funds to the client and click Paid to Client. The deal is completed successfully.